So much, Chair Murray, Vice Chair Collins, for your leadership and your persistence in bringing this committee back to regular order. I want to thank the very capable team that's helped produce this bipartisan bill, from my staff, Alex, Sarita, and Drew, and from Senator Graham's staff, Paul, Adam, and Catherine. Their partnership and their work is what's produced this bipartisan outcome. Senator Graham and I have traveled and worked together closely on a wide range of foreign policy and development issues. And it's that working relationship that has helped cement this, although he's not with us at the moment due to an ongoing debate up at the Judiciary Committee. I just want the record to reflect my gratitude for the opportunity to serve with Senator Graham. I also, as with other subcommittee chairs, want to recognize the tireless work of the GPO and CBO staff who play a critical role in allowing us to deliver these bills on time. So a brief word about the FY24 SFOPS bill. I wrote an editorial back in February that recognized, while I am not naive about the deep disagreements between our political parties, I continue to have hope for real bipartisan cooperation on foreign policy and development policy in this Congress. That comes from what I believe is a shared understanding we can make progress on the things on which we agree without needing to agree on everything. This committee puts that principle into action in a way that serves our constituents and our broader national interests. That has certainly been my approach on this bill. Over the course of 4 subcommittee hearings and the full committee hearing on U.S. competitiveness, we heard compelling testimony on the very pressing challenges our nation faces in the world today and the critical role played by the various agencies funded in this bill. We are at an inflection point in our history, a critical period facing an expansionist China, a belligerent Russia, a long list of transnational threats, including climate change, organized crime, terrorism, and other actors that undermine global stability. And the impacts don't stop at our shores. We need to stand by our allies, advance our interests, and compete when and where necessary. With an allocation $150 million below the fiscal year enacted and more than $7 billion below the President's request, we faced hard choices to determine how to meet these emerging needs. I believe we struck the right balance and are bringing a bipartisan bill to this committee that strengthens our diplomatic and development workforce, sustains funding for global health security, and provides increases for humanitarian assistance, meets our international commitments, includes a critical new economic resilience initiative to enhance U.S. and partner country economic security and resist economic coercion. As the Vice Chair recognized, makes critical investments in countering the flow of fentanyl, strengthens food security work, and supports our allies, including by fully funding our MOU with both Israel and Jordan and making critical investments in the Indo-Pacific. While there's plenty to highlight, a constrained top line also makes clear our critical need for further supplemental funding to sustain our support for Ukraine. This bill includes very limited support for Ukraine. If we are to sustain our support, we must work closely together through this committee and the administration to take up and pass a robust supplemental request for Ukraine. Finally, as is the case of any negotiation, there's aspects of this bill that I think both Senator Graham and I would have drafted differently if either one of us were acting alone. But this bill reflects a bipartisan compromise, which, if enacted, will make the United States and our partners stronger, more secure, more resilient, and enhance global leadership. And now that he's present, I'll simply repeat my earlier comment about my gratitude to Senator Graham for serving closely with me as ranking member and our work together to deliver a bipartisan product. This is the first step in a long path to enactment. I look forward to working with the members of the committee and my ranking member to accomplish that. Thank you, Madam Chair.